Hey, welcome to Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media on the YouTubes. I'm just being silly. I am trying to make this folio thingamabob. I'll show you what it's going to end up looking like. There's actually measurements involved in this. Avert your eyes, Patricia. It's for using on a what is this called? Traveler's notebook insert. I mean, you could always make your own insert in the same dimensions and do this. So this is it's just like a no-sew cover for your traveler's notebook. And the way it's going to end up, hopefully, is, because I haven't glued this yet, because I still need to make sure I have my measurements. So it'll end up looking like this. That will be glued down, at least on the bottom, because you could maybe use it as a tuck spot. And then pens and pencils and whatnot will be able to go in this little pocket here, which for pens probably could be a little bit wider, but that's alright. We'll just hope for the best with that. So, I'm pretty sure that I know my measurements now. It has taken me a while to get to this point, just saying. Alright, let's start with the easy part. And also, I think I'm going to add, I need a little bit more space on this bottom piece. So, we're going to start with a vanilla envelope, blue envelope. This one is Smeed number 53LNY. And I'm going to start by cutting it at, I want to keep this part, so I'm flipping it that way. Let's see, I was doing 9. I'm going to do it at 9.5. Flip it so I can see it. 9.5. I'm going to cut it. Now I have to think, because I had it at 9.25, so I need to add a 1/4 inch. Okay, I got it. And then I am going to, I don't trust this. I'm just going to flip this over and do like I was doing before, because that's just, then I just start at a line. Here we go. Alright, so the top and the bottom, doesn't matter what the top and the bottom is going to be, but whatever you do, the bigger line at the bottom is going to be the bottom. So, but I don't want to fold too much of that up. So I'm going to, this end without this, I'm going to do at, 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to go ahead and do my line. And then on this part, I'm going to do 1/2 inch. There we go. And then from each side, from all the way at the end here, hair, stupid hair. So that's going on the, the inch, where I'm starting. Pay no attention to the numbers, they mean nothing. I'm going to go in 2 inches. And then from that line, see, not everybody has a 12-inch one, so I figured I'd do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. And then another 1/4 inch after that. And then we're going to flip it over and do the same thing. So from the very farthest line over here, we're going to do 2 inches. And then from that fold, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Hold on. Let me see if I can remember. And then I don't remember because I don't know which end is which. Let's see. Alright, this side goes this way. Yeah, I haven't totally figured out my measurements. I haven't written them down yet because they keep changing. So like this is where the natural fold is of the so from the natural fold, we've already got that line. Okay, so from the natural fold, yep. So to the Well, it depends which way you have this, but where your natural fold is and the double lines here where I did the 1/4 inch, so I did 4.5 inches here, and then here I did 4.5, and then another 1/2 inch. I mean 1/4 inch. I did 4.5, then I did a 1/4 inch. I'm doing another 1/4 inch next to that one. If it would be straight, that'd be great. And then a 1/4 inch right here on the inside of the natural fold. See what I'm saying? And that was where the tab side was. So from the tab side, we did 2 inches, 4.5 inches, then 4 3/4 inches, then 5 inches, or 2 inches, 4.5 inches, a 1/4 inch, a 1/4 inch. And then from the natural fold back towards where we just were measuring is a 1/4 inch, even though that does not look straight at all. But you know, that you could even just do another 1/8 of an inch beside it, because that's the weird part. That's gonna need a little space. Anyways, so from the fold, this other line, 1, 2, and a 1/4 inches. So here we had 2 inches, 4.5 inches, and then there's about 2 1/4 inches between that and the fold. Do we have it all? So the bottom has, oh, I hope I did that right. The bottom. Oh, that's going to be the bottom. We'll see where my, hopefully I did this right. Alright, now, here's another hard part. So we got to fold the bottom and fold the top. So we have our 3/4 inch fold at the bottom. And a 1/2 inch fold on the top. I just needed a little extra space on that one bottom part. Although it won't hurt having it on the folding in part either. Alright. And then I'm going to open that back up, because now I'm going to cut my corners. So, folding my 2 end pieces. And those are the easy ones. Those are the ones that I know for sure are going to get angled right there. And right there, just right to the fold mark. So when you fold in the end, you're just going to, ow, not cut your knuckles off. My ankle's doing better. I can bear weight on it today, but it still kept hurting when I was sleeping. Alright, where's my, okay, so this is the bottom. Do I have this? Which way do I have this? No, I've got it. I did my bottom wrong. Well, doesn't matter. Just gonna do it at 1/2 inch on each side, and you won't have to worry about the top and the bottom instead of this 3/4 inch one, which was worthless the way I did it. Oh my word. Maybe, we'll see. We'll keep it for now. Alright, so I'm going to fold it at the 4 inch mark here. And I'm going to go ahead and do an edge here, and then also oops, at the top. Only because I like the look of it when it's folded and glued down more than if it is cut off. And it gives it a little bit more stability too. So these parts are going to get glued down at some point. I'm going to come from the other side as well. And also fold my 1/4 inch, because this is the spine. So the end that we have the tab, we did 2 inches, 4.5 inches, and then another 1/4 inch. That is the front. Which is why that should be, I don't know, we'll see in the end anyway. So I'm just going to cut an angle here, and then I'm going to cut straight there. And I'm going to cut straight here for right now, because the other one's going to get angled differently. Whoops. And an angle here. And then just cut these straight down, because I'm just going to glue these bits down. These are going to get glued down, this is going to get glued down, and this is going to be my fold, so it's not going to, I don't know how that happens, how that's going to work, just keep it, yeah, because it'll just stay, I don't know how that works. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm like, huh, maybe it's not going to hold the book in when I'm done. Let's hope it does. Oh my goodness, I hadn't got that far. Forget it. This is done. It's not going to work. Alright. So I usually keep putting this in here to give me an idea of, oh, that's going to get, that's what, eventually this part is going to get glued down to that part. That's how it's going to work. I was like, what? Alright, and then this one goes in this front one. I know, it looks totally crazy. I know. Alright. And then this is the part that goes around. So this is the, oh that's right, I'm doing it on the front, so I guess I did do that. So that is the fold line, is that the fold? No, this is the 4.5 inch cut that I made. So that is just needs to get, it shouldn't be that far in. It should be 4.5 inches. Why does it feel like it's 4.5? Oh, because this is not over all the way. Okay. That fold. And so we're just going to go ahead and fold these parts here for the pocket. Just going to do this before you stick the notebook in, because they're going to have to get folded anyway. It's just that I'm still working on this concept here. And really wanting it to, there we go, that goes there, to work this time. Okay, well that's going to get tucked down anyway. Let's see. So you can kind of see how that is going to be, and how I messed up, and that should, if you're not sure, just do 3/4 inches both ways. I'll just trim off, well this is going to get cut off anyway. It just means that this bottom part is going to be a little, just not going to have as much space, that's all. So now, yeah, this is the outside part of the pocket. Let's see, for me it's the part where the label is. If you have a hard time knowing, it's where there's the 2, the 4.5, then there's the 2 1/4 inch marks, and there's on the left side here, there's the 1/4 inch marks. This is the part we want to keep the bottom to. But we don't need this part right here. This part, we can cut out this little rectangle, and we can cut out this little rectangle, and then we can cut this whole thing off on the bottom here. We don't need to keep that. Okay, and then that can go. I'm probably doing this in the most complicated way possible. Somebody probably already did something similar that's way easier. But you know, I have to work things out for myself in my brain. Okay, fold this halfway so you have, you know, a little 1/4 inch bottom. I'm going to go ahead and glue these so that I don't forget that's what I'm doing. I say that, there's my glue. Alright. I'm gluing these long ones down here. You can cut them off. You don't have to glue them. I'm gluing them because I just prefer that look. But this isn't even really going to show when the book's in there, so it doesn't matter. Unless you can always cover it if you don't like it. If you're going to have it open at some point. I don't know why you would, but who knows. Because you never know, you might have secret pockets in there. Stay. Art glitter glue and manila folders don't like each other apparently. Okay, and then I'm turning it around and I'm doing these long bits right here. Now if you put a bone folder to those, they'll do even better. I mean, you can do it before you glue it. Some of us just So yeah, at the very beginning, you could just cut it at 9 1/4 and do 1/2 inch on each end. And unless you can figure out which is the top and the bottom after this is all done, then you can have yourself a little extra space. All right, now, sorry about that. This is the bottom because that's my little fold for here. And then I just need to figure out which way I want to angle this. I angled it that way before. Wait, which way did I angle it first? Originally, I think I had cut it like that way, but then I thought, oh, that might make more sense. All right, so I'm going to make sure that I don't go any further than this middle line, because that's the I'm just making a random little, there we go. I hope I didn't go too far. Oh, I might have gone too far on the other side. All right, then we got to keep doing this. I don't blame you if you never want to make this. I'm sure there's a much easier way. I'm just trying to do this where I don't have to cut the folder, but I still have the edges here this way. It's I know, I'm a little insane. So I'm going to cut this. I'm not cutting it here. I'm cutting it up here. Well, I'm just going to cut it in the middle there. And then I'm going to angle that end and angle that end to take out some of the bulk, because I want to fold that over and it's going to get glued down on the back there. In the back, in the back, in the back. It's going to get glued down and maybe not cut as far as I did. And then this part, I want to fold it over too. I'm going to go straight here and I'm going to go, yeah, the way it is right there. And I'm going to glue that. It's going to go, yeah, I went too far on my cut line. Alright, don't cut it the way I did. Alright, you can cover that with paper. That's not going to be a problem. Alright, so now's the weird part. This part in here that I'm going to be gluing down. Alright, this part's not so bad. This, I'm just gluing it down there. It's just going to get glued down. Makes sense. It's getting glued right there. That little part that we cut. This part here is going to get glued to that part there. And so, your lines should be matched up at the top here, because this is our spine right here. So we want to come right up to the edge of that spine and hold that down and let it be glued. It'll all be easier to see and manage once we get this. Alright, and then this part down here where we folded it on the end here, it's gonna, if you need to stick something in there like a pencil or something, just so that you could get some leverage, you can do that. Because I want to glue that down, but I still want it to have this little, it's not that easy to do. You'd think it wouldn't be that hard. But anyway, that's alright. Just have it up in there because it's also going to get glued on this side. Yeah, just to make things a little more complicated. Alright. Why you gotta go and make things so complicated? Now, chances are that's not going to be strong enough to be a tuck spot, so we're just going to have to glue that part down, right? I'm about to give up on this project. Do you know how long I've been working on this stupid project? I need this to come out more here. I'm going to glue these pieces down. So I'm gluing this outside part, and it's going to get glued down to the inside of the folder. And same here. And same. This is why I don't like to do tutorials. I just never comes out right when I'm trying to do it. It's just. Alright, let's get those. Come on, art glitter glue, you're supposed to be fast. Be fast. I need you to be fast. Alright, and this part's going to be a little easier if this is at least in here. Even if it's not in the glued part, it just needs to be in here so that I can see exactly where all of my lines are coming out. I guess it goes in a little bit. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is glue. I'm going to glue like this bottom part here, nice, and just a nice big glob of it so I could still have a tuck spot here. It's just not going to go all the way down. Does that make sense? And I wanted this to go on this side so that it gets, you know, glued on both sides, and hopefully it'll stay longer. We'll see. Alright. Now, where's my a ruler? That might be helpful. A ruler would be long enough to get down. And I know I have one. I've been measuring all freaking morning. This actually might work perfectly. I think it might be too thick. Oh, there we go. That's about the size of my pocket right there. So now I can press my glue down and hold my glue down. A ruler should work too, but this is like a 1/4 inch thick. So it's actually pretty perfect. And if you wanted to carry around an acrylic block in your pocket, that would be the size. What's the size? I don't know, because I don't have a ruler. Because I had a ruler and oh, here, this, and it's probably under something. Rulers are hard. 2 inches. So this is probably a 2 by 6 acrylic block is probably what that is. There we go. Maybe I will have to glue the whole. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to glue the whole thing down. It just makes me nervous having it pop. Well, I'm gonna glue a line right here. That way, I could tuck a bookmark or something back there. Or a ruler. I mean, well, the ruler would have to go in the front pocket because the back pocket's not as long. But the front pocket is more for pencils and stuff. Or I mean, you want to take your brushes with you, you could take your brushes with you. You want to take some pencils with you. This is kind of a thick pencil, but it wouldn't fit in a regular pocket at all. So at least, you know, it's fitting a little bit there. But if you got like regular normal pencils, like a normal human being, not me, all my stuff. Oh, here, how about the doodle markers are a little bit wider than that, these, but they will fit. Alright. And then you decorate it. You just make it all pretty. So, which you don't want to watch that. This is just going to be a short video. A short, convoluted. Oh, then we got to put this in here. So, oh, you might wanna, I don't know, glue right there. I'm not too worried about it because once it's in here, once this is in here, it should be perfectly fine. So, tucking that in there and tucking this one in here. It's a fun idea that is not very easy to accomplish. You want to see the thought and oh my goodness. And I might have made this too. Wait, where's the glue? That's why. Okay. I'm like, oh man, what did I do? So just make sure you didn't glue anything down in there. You're supposed to fit. Come on, fit. Why aren't you? You need to go to obedience school. You're making me look bad on TV. Come on. There we go. Goodness gracious. Alright, there you go. That's it. That is the... Now you have a place for your 2 by 6 acrylic block in the front of your notebook. Oh, I was going to show you where this, it took me a while to get to this with all these. Oh, I got my other scissors. These things don't just come out of thin air. They come out of trial and error and error and trials and errors and measuring, and those measurements don't work out, and measuring and doing all the things. Super annoying. If you have like short pens, you could always like do like I did on, no, I can't do it now because I already glued it, but if you do it before you glue it, you might be able to put a little hole circle there. Use your hole punch and cut a circle. And then if you have a shorter pen, you can reach it. That's just the thought that came from, not that one. One of these had a hole in it. Oh, here. That came from this, you know, if you had a, so if you could do a hole instead of that even, and then, don't have to do it all the way back though, because it's hard to match that up. But then, you know, might not fall out as bad. Who knows? This has been like half my day just doing this. I hope you all have a delightful day. Love you.